Alright, today I'm going to take a break from my normal stop motion video agenda, and I'm going to highlight a few of the prize pieces of my collection. So you might be looking at this figure and thinking that's just the Violator figure from the Spawn line from way back when in the 90s, but that is not entirely the case. So the reason why this is a prize in my collection is because in 2015 at the New York Toy Fair, I got to meet Todd McFarlane just at his booth, and I was able to get it signed. So that is why this one stands out as probably one of the most prized pieces of my collection. And then that's an easy transition to one of the next pieces of my collection, which is another Violator clown figure, probably one of my favorite characters from the Spawn comic. And this one you might recognize from the movie. And this one was not signed by Todd McFarlane, but this one was signed on the lower belly, odd placement, by John Leguizamo, who portrayed the clown in the movie. So, big fan of both of these two Violator figures. They present themselves on right next to each other on my shelf. So these are two of my favorite pieces that I have. Along that same line, from Image Comics, we have the Savage Dragon. If you are not familiar with the Savage Dragon, he is a cop, and he is a dragon, and he's savage. This was a comic by Eric Larson, and why this one happens to be special is because in New York Comic Con 2019, I got to meet Eric Larson at his booth, and he's one of the nicest guys, and he just signs everything and really appreciates his fans, is actually very engaged with his fans on social media. So if you like Savage Dragon, check out his social media page. He's quite entertaining, and his comics are fantastic. So Savage Dragon stands along with the others. Actually, let me put these guys back here. Little collection going. Oh, I think I forgot to mention, this guy was at New York Comic Con 2019. I was able to meet John Leguizamo at New York Comic Con in 2017. He was promoting a graphic comic that he was doing there. I believe it was called Ghetto Clown. So I picked that up. It was also pretty good. I like the independent comics. They're always fun and a little bit unique. I go to New York Comic Con every year that it is there. So a lot of my pieces I get at New York Comic Con. And what I've been doing is I typically bring a blank kidrobot figure. So there's white kidrobot figures that are blank, and I'll always bring some blank ones in case I run into people or in case there's a signing there. For example, if you're familiar with the Amazon Prime show Man in the High Castle, there was a cast signing that I was able to win a signing with, and I brought this. However, the line said they were not letting people bring other things to sign outside of the posters that they were giving away. But the actor DJ Qualls, who's in the show, probably one of the coolest people, he saw what I had and he said, hand that over. So he took it, he started the signature, and then he handed it down the line, and everyone was just so fantastic. So special thank you to DJ Qualls for not only being an amazing actor, but just being the coolest guy in the entire world. So this one is from New York Comic Con 2016. So let's put him over here. And the next one, similar, New York Comic Con 2019, I was able to get a private signing with the cast of Robot Chicken. So there's all the creators, and we just handed it down the line, and each one of them signed it. And then since it's Robot Chicken, they were pretty creative. Each one of them drew something on it. So we have a crown, we got some faces, some signatures. Everyone took a lot of creativity. So there was the cast, like Breckin Myers was there, Seth Green, Donald Faison. So it was an absolute blast. So these guys were a ton of fun. And then probably the prize of my collection, if you're familiar with any of my stop motion videos, I tend to go to the Ninja Turtles a lot. So you can imagine in New York Comic Con 2019 when I got a chance to meet Kevin Eastman. Of course, I was going to bring a blank figure for Kevin Eastman to sign. I just expected the signature. He went ahead and he drew a turtle on it. He asked me if it was okay. I said, absolutely, you're Kevin Eastman, you can do whatever you want. So now I have a custom drawn Kevin Eastman Ninja Turtle, which these are the prizes of my collection. So these are very special to me. I like to think they are one of a kind, and thank you for watching.
That's all, folks.